Now, we should add to all of this that just last night Donald Trump cancelled a speech planned to take place on the anniversary. We go to Switzerland. Alan Friedman is a journalist and an author of This Is Not America. Mr. Friedman, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You've interviewed Donald Trump throughout his presidency. Him cancelling this speech, what do you make of that?
I think Trump's advisors, his family, and people around him probably realized that holding a press conference to deny the results of the election and once again try to minimize the violence of a year ago was not a good idea. Also, this is a day where President Biden will be clearly making a televised speech and placing the blame for the violence last year squarely with Donald Trump, with Steve Bannon, with a team of people who, it appears, encouraged and perhaps financed and organized what became a violent insurrection. So I think Trump is holding back, but I think he will eventually, potentially, declare himself for the presidency again. So I don't think we've seen the last of Trump by any means.
You think he's going to run then to be president? Do you think he'll be successful again? Do you think we could well see an America where he's back in office? And do you think that America will be capable of healing if that's the case?
Well, I think America is still very, very wounded. I don't think America is healing at all 1 year after this violence. And I have to say our country is really two separate realities. The Democrats who fear that democracy is danger, that Republicans have become a cult following of Trump, and Republicans who, as your report accurately said, in large part believe that this was not a fair election. They believe Trump's big lie, and many of them minimize the violence of last year. So I think America is going to remain divided. My prediction would be that this November, the Republicans will capture both the House and the Senate, leaving Joe Biden by the end of this year a lame duck, weakened, wounded, and with Trump supporters pretty much in charge of Congress.
Yeah. Why is he so Teflon? I mean, it's very interesting, your analysis of that. And he has a lot of admirers in the United Kingdom as well. And we know, we sit here, and if a British politician did half the things that Donald Trump has done, I mean, it would be career ending for them. Why is he Teflon-like?
I think because America has become such a divided, polarized country. It isn't Trump that polarized America. Trump was the manifestation of more than a decade of division. There's a great deal of frustration. There's a growing racism on the part of poor and less educated whites who fear that America will, in a few years, no longer be a white country. This is how white supremacists grow, because it's true demographically that America will be more black and Hispanic and mixed race than white in a few years. But this kind of racism, this fear, is part of a cultural phenomenon, which I think we're seeing across America, but also across other countries like Italy, like Le Pen in France, like Orban in Hungary. There is an illiberal part of democracy that believes in a more authoritarian and anti-immigrant and nationalist approach. Trump is the emblem of that.
Alan Friedman, really appreciate your analysis on things. Thank you very much indeed. Alan Friedman's book is This Is Not America, and he's speaking to us live there from Switzerland.